Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to fix your haptic feedback not working for Logitech MX Master 4. Let's begin. So, the haptic feedback is used mostly in the action menu, which is a nice button that's located where you hold your thumb normally. You can click it and you can do some things. And when I'm actually moving between different modes, I can feel the haptic feedback and you can click it and I also hear it, so that's pretty cool. If you want to learn more about haptic feedback and the ability to have your gesture wheel, you can always watch dedicated tutorials folders. But the very first thing on how to fix it, make sure that you have your application Logi Options Plus up and running, because otherwise this won't really work without the application. And if you don't know how to install it, you can always watch our installing dedicated software tutorial. That's the very first part. The second is we can just check the settings and check if we have these haptic feedbacks enabled. We can do that by going into our device, going into haptic feedback here, and then haptic feedback. As you can see, these are the base default settings, but we can make sure that we have this enabled, because if we have it disabled, then we hear nothing. It's kind of sad, really. But we can enable it. And also we can go and change the intensity. Of course, if you have it set to high, then it's very high. And it makes sense because it will consume more power then. But if we set it to subtle, there is very high chance that you might not even see it, but for me at least I can clearly feel the haptic feedback, but maybe many people actually don't, so that's kind of makes sense, I guess. Anyway, we can now go back to the medium, which is our default. And once again, you might have your haptic feedback disabled for the actions ring and the gestures, which means that you won't really feel the haptic feedback when you're using those. And finally, if you have the battery saving mode enabled, which is hidden nicely right under everything else, the haptic feedback will automatically just disable itself whenever your battery drops below 10%. So if you have barely charged up mouse, your haptic feedback just won't work. And yeah, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.